G'day viewers, Matto here. Welcome to another What's Been Happening in Cambodia, Phnom Penh. Great to see you all, and been a bit of a week for Phnom Penh where a few things have happened. Most notably, the SEAgames have finished and the Techno Stadium put on another great performance, showing everything it can do. Excellent stuff there. And yeah, I've got him to listen to. He's sort of talking as well. But anyway, so another great performance done there. And I've forgotten how many medals Cambodia won, but kudos, great stuff. Excellent. Great all round. Wish I was there. That's all I can say. But anyway, alas, we move on. Done a great job. There were a couple of videos around. Go and check them out. Just Google up the SEAgames, or not Google up, go for a search in YouTube and you'll find them all. Excellent stuff. Plenty there to see. Lots of happenings there. Disgruntled. Disagreements. Typical in playing, but it is what it is. All bad that ends well. So mostly it all came to fruition, and had the closing ceremony on Friday night. And yet again, it looked fantastic. Stadium lit up like magic. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So with that, that was all good. Absolutely enjoyed the closing, even though I didn't watch it on a Friday. I did catch up with a few videos that I saw from a few different people, but they are there. So it was really, really good. With that, kudos once again, just showcasing what Cambodia, Phnom Penh can do. So overall, utilised a lot of different places, a lot of different events everywhere. One of the channels I follow, he went and done a couple of little stints at a few different events, and it was all good. Not hard to do. Wasn't hard to do. Just a bit of persistence on doing it. Go check out Itchy Feet on a Cheek, Brian. He done a little video this week of how we got to see a couple of extra games along the way. Good stuff. I enjoyed it. In that, the closing ceremony, as I said, was just absolutely great. The stadium looked magnificent, and everybody there just enjoyed themselves. And that's what it's about. Enjoyment. So anyway, on to a few other little things I've got here. I'm looking down here because I'm actually reading off my little notes here. Unfortunately, some cars, ex-luxury cars, I would call them scrap metal now, decided to take a quick stop. And what I mean by a quick stop, you don't stop much quicker than running into a back of a truck. It became an ex-luxury truck. So most of the stuff I talk about is linked down below. So if you want to check that out and have a look at that, check out the links below. I will add more links as I think of them further on after the stream is done. So with that, enjoy it. And as I said, go check them out. There are a few other vloggers around that I do follow as well. But with that, we'll move on. They know who they are, and I will leave a link for them as well. And more car shenanigans. Yes, as they say, only in Cambodia. Cars. When you hear of self-combusting cars, the mind for me immediately goes to these electric vehicles. Electric. They do have a bad habit of having thermal runaway. But not this time. Down in Snookville, good old Snookyville, there's should I say there was a Range Rover that self-combusted. Why, who, what, where, or when? There's no mention of how it all started, but certain things like that tend to happen. Cars do sort of get a fault in the wire or something overheats or whatever, and it does happen. I don't mention anybody particular that was driving it. It didn't actually say, it just said car self-combusted. So luckily it contained itself, it didn't damage anything else. And talk about a fire again in a little jet ski repair business. They're under it's under investigation because 2 jet skis, 2 motorcycles, 2 people were injured in the fire along with some household items, but it was all managed to get under control. But sadly, as I said, 2 people got injured by it. So that's not a really good story down in Snookyville. So out of that, we move on a little bit. I'll just rethink, as I said, I'm trying to read a few things that I've got here and go along. All I know is it's still pretty hot there in Cambodia. Mrs. complained about it. Hot, damn hot, as it normally gets around this time, but all through the region is quite hot everywhere. I mean, talking to another friend of mine, it was even hot there. He said he's looking forward to just a bit of rain just to try and get away from the intense heat. He's just recently retired over there, so slowly coming to terms with it. He said he's enjoyed it. They've had a couple of little spots of rain here and there, and but out of that, he's looking forward to the rain. I don't mind the rain either, not when it's nice and warm and it cools down. You sit out on the front veranda, have a cup of coffee early in the morning and just watch it rain. It is just magnificent. I've done that many times in many places I've gone. So with that, also up in Stung Treng, the fisheries personnel up there have released in the Mekong River 100 giant, I'll just read this, giant barb fish and striped catfish into the river as part of their replenishing their endangered species, helping to regenerate it all up in the protected area up there. So excellent stuff there. So they're helping and doing more for the area, and those barb fish, very, very big. Trying to get that. I mean, I have to go right back to say because they did look rather big. And so that was a pretty good thing they're doing there. So excellent stuff there. Talking also in another sad way, another person sort of had a misfortunate come together with a landmine and was very badly injured. So they didn't really say a great deal about what it was and how badly he was injured, but he was injured. Landmines are never, ever any good. I can't wait for the day that you can just walk through anywhere. And all he was doing is just walking through the forest looking for some vegetables and bits and pieces. For whatever reason, that's what he was doing there. So bring on getting rid of all those mines, getting closer and closer and closer. Any and all those unexploded bombs. What can I say? It's just one thing. I can't fathom that, but it's still happening today. So out of that, what else have we got to talk about? With that, in Phnom Penh itself, in Stung Menchi, I think it's called. Anyway, there's a new playground. Yeah, built under one of the overpasses there. Well, that brings a new little look to playing, not so much on the road, but underneath the road, because they built a new overpass flyover there and donated the area along the canal and everything to the community. And they built a nice playground and looked really good. So great stuff there. Integrating unused land, putting it to use. All they mentioned when they opened up the playground for everybody, had all playground equipment for the kids and so forth. So kids can actually go and utilise that space, is don't use it for commercial businesses, i.e. little vendors and stuff like that. Keep it free for the people who would like to just sit there and enjoy their children playing. I get that. So kudos for that. Also on the doing things from Phnom Penh, they have decided to, or they have actually signed a new agreement to build an expressway. Now I've got to think where that one was. To SEAgames, from Phnom Penh to SEAgames. So beautiful, getting all this nice, better roads infrastructure. And all I say to that from past experience, vehicles going to SEAgames on that side, or on that side going to, and vehicles on that side coming back going to Phnom Penh, and a nice divide down the middle. And you can hear lots and lots of horror stories from National Road 4. I vowed after a few times going down to Snooki, Kampot and places like that many years ago, I would never go down National Road 4 again, even though they were upgrading it and doing lots of things. In the end, you just see so much that should not happen. So is it a Western thing, just talking like that? I don't know, but you do see some crazy stuff, how people survived. And we're talking not just cars and motorcycles and scooters and little tuk-tuks, and we're talking big trucks, fully loaded trucks. Seen a truck plodding on, fully loaded, another truck passing it. Oh, hang on, but there's another truck overtaking the truck. And I'm thinking, no, this can't be. But it did happen. And another time there, driving along, car decided, this traffic's going too slow, I'm going to overtake it. But the reason it was driving so slow, because there was another vehicle slowing down to turn right. But it decided to overtake. And after the vehicle turned right, that we were all behind, had an accident with a truck right on the bridge, blocked the whole bridge. Managed to get through, but what can I say? It's just one of those things. So, but National Road 4, they got that expressway all built through now down to Snookville and so forth. Don't know what it's like. That was being built since after the last time I've been down there, quite a few years ago. So with that, one day, maybe I might see that it will be a lot better. Same with the new expressway to Snookville. That looks absolutely awesome. A few people have done videos on that. Mark Ryder, in his video channel, he actually drove down there. But in Cambodia, cars and trucks can drive down on the expressway, but you have to have a authorised motorcycle, i.e. a higher powered one, to drive down the expressway. So you have to have an authorised sticker on your motorcycle to be able to drive down, not your little 50 kilometre an hour jobs. These have to be proper ones. And yep, I tend to agree with them. You don't want to be doing ridiculous speeds going down there, overtake a vehicle, come in, be in front of it, and then find out you got this little thing you're doing 100 plus kilometres an hour, and you come in behind something that's doing 40 kilometres an hour. What do? It's not the scenario you'd like to see. But on that we go. That new bit of major infrastructure will happen. Hopefully they'll have that done in roughly 4 years, they were saying, but there was no start date to that. So it's going to be, I think it was $1.4 billion project. So it's not a small feat. Not that it'll go a long way. I don't think dollars goes as far as what it did years ago, but still, it's a big project. At least it's getting it done. So to make the roads safer for everyone, and I think that is a great thing. The better roads you put in, the safer you make it for everybody. And then you just hopefully get them to train and understand how to drive. That's going to be a fun thing, but how to do things and behave properly on the road. You just can't keep doing some silly stuff. But with that's how it is. From there, what else have we got? I've just about talked about a few things there. I'm just referring to my little list. Gone through that. I'm just having a quick look. And, I even forgot there was talk about and did read about fake ambulances from certain clinics overcharging. And I mean, taking from one clinic to the hospital and charging, just naming their own price. But the police force, the government, have sorted that out, taken the fake ambulances away, because they did say they were fake. They weren't proper registered ambulances, if that's a thing, but they did say they took 4 of them away, and questioning said people about what's going on there. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that keeps on going, and then cleaning up a lot of things. Also, there has been a little bit of a disagreement between 2 groups in one of the bars in Phnom Penh. Surely not. No, I wouldn't believe that. Disagreement between a group of people in a bar? I will say, no foreigners involved, as far as I'm aware from what I read, from what I saw. And out of that, got heated arguments. Group took off at very high speed, but the police tracked them down and got them, said both groups, into the district directorate and told them, sort it out. So I don't know how much of the alcohol was involved, but obviously when you go in and have a good time with a group of friends, and another group of people with their friends come in and start going louder, then you get louder, and then it just doesn't end well, especially when you've had too much to drink. That's what I reckon. You go there to enjoy yourself. If it gets too noisy with a group of people, yeah, okay, whatever, as long as it's not overboard. But what do you do when it gets like that? So, fortunately, it wasn't there, and it's getting sorted out. They were also on the police side of it there. They done the right thing, got the 2 groups together. Whether they were known to each other or what, didn't go that far to say, but they said they were having a mediation session. On another note, a lady was robbed. You don't want to hear that, especially at gunpoint. She had just left her jewelry shop and was robbed, apparently, of about $200,000. Didn't say whether it was cash, gold, or whatever, but it was robbed of items worth about $200,000. So could be a mixture of both. We'll just say roughly $200,000 was taken at gunpoint. Yeah, I don't know how that would have been, but you don't want to know about that. Getting a gun pointed at you and saying hand over everything. Obviously the people know, but then I'm not the one, and I do admit I don't like exposing myself to that sort of situation where I become a target for a pickpocket or a thief or something. Don't wear jewelry when I go. Basics. If I have a camera, I've got someone with me, I have the person standing next to me while I'm doing some filming. I don't have my mobile phone out hanging out the tuk-tuk, I keep it well in. When I use any one of those tuk-tuks, make sure there are covers around so no one can reach in behind, reach through, or ride past and snatch and grab. Bit hard if you're on a scooter, but then you shouldn't be really filming with a selfie stick like this on a scooter, because someone could easily take that off if you got your mobile phone doing the same thing. Yeah, that's not a very good idea. I haven't mentioned before that from all the years, the 12 years that I've been traveling through Thailand, Cambodia, twice it's happened to me. Both times I'll say I let it be a case of opportunity. The first time it was heed your own, I've got an itchy nose here, heed your own advice. Don't make it obvious. If you go and exchange money anywhere, go do all the exchanging there. However you do, you give it away. Then check it all, put it away before you go outside any particular shop or away from any ATM. And with the ATMs, I always say, go to the bigger banks, ABA, Canada, whatever, go into where the bigger banks are and go into their ATMs. 9 times out of 10, they're behind a closed door. You can actually go in and there's less of a chance anything happening there. And then when you go outside, where's the money? You've put it away so they don't, itchy nose, they don't actually see you turn around and take the money off you. Now, in my circumstance, I did do all that. Mrs. and I decided, well, she decided we'll go into the market, get some stuff, and we'll have a bite to eat that particular time of day. That's how it all came about. So I went and went in there, and if you go into some of those markets just behind the night market, or near the night market, this one particularly was, and the old market, and we're in there, needed to get some money or do something. I actually pulled the money out while I'm sitting there. I didn't notice the particular person behind me. He spotted it. But I've just got the money in my hand. Nothing special. No one around me, so I thought, while we're sitting down having something to eat. By the time I turned around, gone. If you know inside any of those markets, it's like a little rabbit warren. What do? You get up. $500 gone. By the time I got up, turned around, walked, gone. Lesson learned. Never take money out like that and just show it around. So with that itchy nose, God, I hate that. So with that, and I will state the other time, yet again, my fault. Don't leave it open for opportunity. I just got a nice little bracelet for the missus. She wanted one, so I got one for her. She had nowhere to put it, so I put it in my pocket, sat down for have a drink, talked to a mate of mine via live stream or video chat, I should say, and a few of these. But what I didn't realise that I pulled the little bag where it had the bracelet in it and just left it on my lap. But I will say I do know who took it, and nothing I can do about it, because by the time I got up, I said goodbye to her. She just blankly looked. I said hello once again, blankly looked at. Didn't look at me, looked at what was on the ground. I had forgotten I'd put the bracelet in its little cloth package on my leg. When I stood up, it fell on the ground. Didn't hear anything, but she looked at it. So Mrs. and I walked around the corner. When I realised, I come back, that other particular person's drink was still there, but was gone. I didn't see her again for a while, but I did catch up with her. And when I confronted her, she just walked away from where we were. She just didn't come near me anywhere. And I actually stood there and said, "You're a thief." But made no difference, because no, I won't say what it was, how too easy to identify a particular girl, but being years ago, yeah, never saw her again. But that was an easy target, well, an easy thing for her to go take somewhere, pawn it off, get whatever she got for it, yet again I lost. So out of that, I say 2 things that have happened to me, 2 things have been my fault. One, because I was a bit blatantly out with the cash in my pocket, in my hand, and instead of getting what it was, put it straight away, I held it down my hand, got taken away in Phnom Penh. But everywhere else I've travelled, never had that drama. So with that, it's always pretty good. I've always travelled safely everywhere. I take precautions. I don't like obvious wearing jewellery or anything like that. I don't like it standing out as a farang, foreigner, whatever. So it just makes it so much easier and less to worry about. Always have a little bit of cash in one pocket, a little cash in another pocket. If you don't like if you've got loose pockets, don't put cash in loose pockets. Keep it somewhere. I'm not a fan of the fanny bags. If you do like that, just be aware they can be taken. There are plenty of little devices where you can put under your shirt and whatnot, little bags, keep everything close, do whatever. I have my ways of doing it. So with that, yeah, a lot of other things are probably happening there, but as far as I'm aware, these are the main things there. Go check out Itchy Feet on the Cheap. He does a lot of videos. There is another place or another vlogger in Siem Reap. They do great jobs up there. Probably a few there. Go check out all the regular vloggers there, all doing great stuff there. Just trying to think of another one who just recently done a video, Cambo Vlogs, Pat, interviewing a Nigerian and why he came to or went to Cambodia and started up there. So that's a nice little one to go and watch. Different perspective. Always good to hear different points of views from different people from different countries. So I will keep this one pretty much short because I've had a very stressful end of week. Bureaucracy gone mad. Government gone mad. Done my head in yesterday. But with that, managed to get through. I did put it off because I was having internet issues. So sorry about being a bit later than I normally would. Well, been regularly doing it at 9 o'clock. I put it off till 10 o'clock Oz time because my internet was just playing up. And I was hoping, fingers crossed, that it all came good. So far, it looks like it's been pretty good and it's been pretty stable. So I have been playing around with a bit of lighting and hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I'm just looking up there. The candle's not really working so well. Yes, that's Dad. Yep, he's the big reason why I haven't gone anywhere, and little knuckle brain is the reason I haven't been able to get away. So, but anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. So, thanks for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up, like, maybe even a subscribe, because at the moment, until I can actually get away, I won't count the number of days. I know it's been over 3 years since I've been able to get away. That is a hard thing. I even have a lot of family saying when. I just can't commit to when. It's just one of those situations I'm stuck with. Him one, and there's the other. Fortunately, Dad's still kicking. I did have to deal with a few weeks ago with him. He's still hanging in there. He's in a nursing home. But I've vowed with knucklehead down there, I'm not going anywhere because it's just got no one to look after him. So he is the main reason why I can't do it, because a lot of people want to come in. Yeah, he's not a baby anymore. He's an elderly dog. He needs special care, and too many people don't want to do special care. That's why quite a few weeks ago, I really hurt my back. Really bad. But anyway, give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that. And I will definitely come together and have another chitty chat next week, back at 9 o'clock Oz time. Till then, catch up. Thanks for watching.